so let's just do a mail day for this episode of #Philately.
I have fallen behind in my mail over the last few weeks, and I apologize for that. Kind of been a bit busy. There was like this virtual stamp show and a few other things I've been up to, but this episode I hope to catch up in my mail, see what all these awesome things are that people have sent me and learn from them, of course. Thankfully, this is nothing in comparison to my email inbox, which is a bit of a nightmare at the moment, but I'm looking forward to looking through this. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, I highly encourage you to please subscribe to my channel as well as to the other philatelic and snail mail related channels out there. Subscribing is free and it means a lot to us. Now, before I get started, I'm missing something. Oh. You guys definitely spoiled me with postcards over the last few weeks, and I got some really great ones from different parts of the world, throughout the US as well, and some of them are homemade, some of them are self-printed. They're really great, so I'm just going to run through all of them in a quick speed run now. Some of them were sent on World Postcard Day, which, remember, was October the 1st, and that was set up by Postcrossing. So I got a few great postcards from World Postcard Day. Thank you, Mary Lee, Martin. This one's got washi tape. Washi tape is a decorative tape that you can place on mail, and a number of other items as well. Also know of a postcard that's on its way to me, sent from Portugal. Anna and Paula of Postcrossing sent me a postcard on World Postcard Day. I've seen it already because I have the United States Postal Service app. You can actually sign up if you're in the US for the USPS app, or just to get emails of notifications when something is on its way. So I know that this item arrived in the US, and therefore a photograph of it was taken and sent to me via email. I could check it out in the app and see that it's on its way to me. It doesn't have to be a World Postcard Day postcard to be sent on World Postcard Day. This one was sent from Joseph in Portland, Oregon. And here's an interesting one. This one is of the Smithsonian, sent to me by Catherine. She mentions that she also signed up for Postcrossing, but what she also likes is to match the postcard with the stamp, and she did that here. It's the 1996 Smithsonian Institution stamp, but unfortunately it got, well, I don't know if it's unfortunate, it got hit really hard with the cancellation. It's the slogan cancel, Energy Awareness Month, that I've been noticing on a number of other items that have arrived in the mail. It is pretty much an obliterator. There's a lot of ink on this showing a electrical socket with a plug. I guess October is Energy Awareness Month. It is also Stamp Collecting Month here in the US, just letting you know. But these postmarks are interesting because the USPS has been experimenting with a different spray-on method to put the postmarks and cancellations on, and it's coming across a little bit clearer than what we're used to. So I'm hopeful to see more clearer postmarks and cancellations and slogan cancellations in the near future. I just hope they do a little less ink, because this really just destroys the stamp. I want to see the stamp. I want to see more stamp. Less ink, more stamp. This one definitely got my attention. This one is from Canada. The stamp is called Lady in White, and it's part of the Haunted Canada series, which came out between 2014 to 2016. It's a really cool series if you're interested in the supernatural or the popular myths and legends that haunt Canada in this case. I believe The Lady in White is a story where her fiance passes away in some war, so she jumps off the falls in a wedding gown and then haunts the lake. Or I don't know. I'm going to put the link in the description. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of links in this video, but check out that link as well as check out the series. The series is a really great series. So thank you for sending to me, Brent, in Canada. Here's a neat postcard from Will in Atlanta. He sent me this card. Now, I actually recognize the artwork. The artwork on the front here is from Snail Mail Superstar. Her name's Sarah. She's based in Seattle, and she has a company called Constellation & Co. I recognize it because she has a presence online. She has a YouTube channel, I think a blog, as well as a book and a fashion line, for example. And there's a lot of different postal stationery. Yeah, you can see her website here, snailmailsuperstar.com. Check that out. But Will writes to me saying that he's getting back into his stamp collection and watching the videos. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Will. I thought you would like this postcard. I hope you can encourage your subscribers in the US to vote. Yes, go ahead and vote. Mail and the US Postal Service have been a big deal in this year's election because of the virus. That's how a lot of people are expecting to vote. Also, these blue post boxes have been somewhat of a controversy. And the one thing I'll say to that is, I had a post box down the road that was affectionately known as Rusty. It was a very seasoned and weathered post box that had endured a great deal during its life. And it survived numerous attempts at being broken into with crowbars. It had been reversed into by a truck. It had survived hurricanes from Hurricane Floyd to Superstorm Sandy. It had survived a few decades, and because of this election, it got pulled out and replaced with a new post box overnight. A lot of drop-off boxes had to be replaced to make sure they were secure for the election. So I guess I got a new post box out of it, but it's sad because I never got a chance to say goodbye to Rusty. A really neat envelope that made its way here from Singapore has Year of the Monkey stamps on it from 2016, and they also sent me some Year of the Monkey stamps within it, along with a number of Singapore stamps. But they didn't leave their name or any return address, so whoever you are, thank you so much, especially because you sent me my first COVID slogan cancellation. It's on the actual envelope. It's "Let's do our part," with a face with a mask and a thumbs up. Hashtag here with you. So thank you for the stamps, and thank you for this. This is definitely going into my collection. It's a real piece of postal history. A wax-sealed envelope from the Handwritten Letter Appreciation Society. First of all, wax-sealed envelopes are super classy. Of course, they were a thing of the past, but receiving them in the mail today is really cool. And you can get them custom made with whatever your initials are or some kind of design. So if there's anyone else that does this, definitely tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. This particular letter is from Dinah in the UK, who started the Handwritten Letter Appreciation Society. She wrote me what must be the coolest letter I've received in a while, because it was written with a feather that she had found on the beach near her. Wow. Thank you so much, Dinah. I'm definitely going to post the links to the Handwritten Letter Appreciation Society as well as your social media. Don't expect as cool of a letter response from me. I don't have the handwriting or the skills that you do, but again, thank you. This one's got some really neat stamps on it. This one's from Octavian in Poland. He runs a blog called Philately lately, linked in description. He writes, "I hope you're doing well. Don't know if you heard about this LED light-powered novelty from Portugal, but having purchased it recently, got a copy for you as well." Let's check it out. If you have any app on your smartphone that utilizes NFC or near-field communication, you just have to put that on and put that near the stamp, and it makes the Star of Bethlehem twinkle on this Christmas stamp. So, hey, I guess that's a first, an LED on a stamp, unless someone knows of a different one. I must say, Octavian, you've put some really cool stamps on your envelope, one of which has a tornado. I've never seen a tornado on a stamp. It's part of a meteorology set, I guess. Now, of course, if you've seen my series, you know that I'm big into going on location for particular stamps. Can you imagine I pulled this stamp out of the box and I did an episode on this? That could be quite extreme.
I think this is good.
Yeah, this is good. All right, let me get the stamp out. My bad.
What'd you do?
I dropped it. It's like in between the seat and the center console. I can't really reach it, can I?
You're gonna have to get out.
I'm gonna get out. Yeah, I'm getting out. Oh, so Traba Pojestrnia is actually whirlwind. It's not a tornado, so a little less extreme. Another package from Poland. I got some cool viewers in Poland, so thank you so much. This one is from Ian, who sent a number of really cool stamps from his local stamp shop, which is something I wish I had. I don't really have a brick and mortar store to go to anymore, so I'm a little jealous of you, Ian. But he also sent this postcard showing the city that he lives in, which is Szczecin. Oh, Szczecin. Oh, easy. It's located in northwest Poland, and Ian tells me that the city is really interesting because it has changed rulers so many times. Poland, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, French, and Ottoman. Thank you so much, Ian. This is really cool. Appreciate it. This is a highly sought-after stamp. This was issued by Austria this year in 2020, but was meant to be issued last year in March, I believe. It's a stamp commemorating the UK's departure from the European Union, Brexit as we know it. And the story goes is that they were supposed to release, I think, 140,000 stamps back in March 29th of 2019, which is why it has that date there. Of course, that didn't happen for another 10 months. And when eventually Brexit eventually happened, they issued it with the corrected date and they just crossed out the previous date, which is, of course, making fun of the whole thing. But this stamp, when it was issued, I think sold out like instantly. They were within a day at least. You couldn't get these stamps because they were so popular. This particular one on this envelope that was sent from Austria almost is socked on the nose with the postmark, which is another bonus to this cover. So let's see who it's from. It's from another member in the online philately community, the Habsburg Philatelist, who has a presence on Twitter, collecting everything Habsburg along those family lines. Now, the Habsburg family, I think, reigned from like the 1400s through the 1700s. Am I right? Not quite. The throne of the Holy Roman Empire was occupied by them from 1440 through 1740, and then again 1765 until 1806. But they also produced kings of a number of other regions throughout Europe, so they were very influential. And I'm guessing that there are a lot of stamps out there featuring members of this royal family. The Habsburg Philatelist sent me this stamp of Emperor Charles V. Very cool. So thank you so much, Habsburg Philatelist. I know you have a blog and social media, and I'll link them in the description of this video. Really neat. This one looks like it got destroyed in the mail sorting machines, I think. Blairon has written to me before, and I recognize this font, of course. Hi, Graham. I wonder if you if you will do a video about Albanian postage stamps. I'm mailing you with, I got them. Sorry, Blairon, but this barely survived it. No, nothing showed up. Yeah, it unfortunately didn't survive the trip. Now and then someone sends me stamps for my topical collections, either rhinos or cricket. So this one's from David in Australia. Thank you so much, David. Really appreciate it. Here's a question from Patrick. Patrick asks about self-adhesive stamps. He watched the video about how to remove self-adhesive stamps, but what do you do about mounting them? Do you actually remove mint self-adhesive stamps from the backing paper and clear the adhesive from it, or do you just mount it with the backing paper? He's worried about the stability of the adhesive and will it do anything to the mint postage stamp over time. I really don't know. I mean, I would have thought it would be okay. I'll post that question in the comments section, and if anyone has a different opinion or any other thoughts to it, please answer. How would you mount mint self-adhesive stamps? Do you keep the backing paper on or remove the backing paper and the adhesive? Let me know. This one's from Josh in Indiana. He sent me a postcard from his hometown that shows Elkhart, Indiana, where he lives. And the postcard was actually sent in 1910. So that's really cool. Let's take a look at it. I love studying old postcards. This one was sent, of course, in 1910 from Elkhart, Indiana to Detroit, Michigan. You can see the 1 cent Ben Franklin green stamp. I think this was issued from, actually, I think it was 1908. Yeah, between 1908 and 1910. And it has the kilobar cancellation as well as a beautiful postmark. The message reads, "Dear cousin, read your letter but will not try writing so much this time. Remained out of school for month of September, so have just been in a week and of course am very tired at first, but will be okay in the short time. We came back too soon, I think. We'll write later. Love to all." Ooh, it doesn't sound like, I think it's Celine. Doesn't sound like Celine was doing too good. But yeah, great postcard. I love the front of the postcard. Just a very serene look of someone sitting there on the bank looking over the water in Elkhart. So thank you so much, Josh, for sending this to me. Like I said, I always love studying old postal stationery, postcards, and so on. Caleb from Mississippi sent me this cool cover. Well-placed stamps, and on the back, stamp collecting is awesome. He also sent me a number of cool stamps. He actually sent me this set of stamps asking for a bit more information. Well, Caleb, this set of stamps is featuring some current and prehistoric animals on it, a bit of a mix, and it's definitely a set of CTOs, cancel to order stamps. You can tell by the nature of the postmark. If you want to learn more about cancellations and CTOs or cancel to orders, I did a video on postmarks and cancellations that I'll have linked in the video description. There's actually an obvious reason why Guyana was issuing stamps that were featuring prehistoric animals and dinosaurs back in 1993, as well as so many other countries around the world in 93 and in 1994. I'd tell you what it is, but you probably can guess it. But you should go check out CJ from Philately Things. She did a video about the Spinosaurus stamps and gives you a bit of a clue as to what was going on in 1993 and 1994 and why so many countries were issuing dinosaur stamps. This one is going to be special. This one looks like it's from Samuel West. And you'll remember Samuel West. We had a chat not too long ago about his special collection and his experience with Philately and Postcrossing. Well, it looks like he sent me something really cool here. "Dear Graham, the 2 shilling blue for you. UK collectors call it the 2 bob blue. Bob is old slang for shilling. This one is a shade paler than dull blue, the usual. On the way to pale. Oval cancel that leaves the profile free and good centering." Ooh, what? Wow. This has to be one of the coolest things in my collection. And I think he deliberately put the letters GL because on the back of the envelope he said he couldn't find a GB, but he knows about Laura, so there's a GL. I know of a few collectors that have purchased the 2 bob blue after watching the chat between me and Sam, including Ted the Talking Stamp Collector, who has the YouTube channel Ted Talks Stamps. If you follow him on Twitter, you'll know that he purchased a really nice 2 bob blue for his collection, as well as a young lad in Wales named Johnny, who watches this channel. So it's really cool that I now have a 2 bob blue as well, and it's very special because it comes from Sam's collection. So this is a really special stamp for me. When you watch the video, you'll see that he actually does say that he'll send me one. I thought it was a joke.
I don't know much about this stamp. I went ahead, looked through my collection. I don't have it by chance.
Right. I'll send you one.
I went it by chance.
Right. I'll send you.
Dude, Sam, you're awesome. Thank you so much if you're watching. Okay, this is another really cool one. This is from Jeff in Michigan. And firstly, the cover includes "To Whom It May Concern, Outer Space Greetings," where his earthling Graham Beck has proved his devotion, interest, pride in the United States space achievements. Basically, I get the temporary designation of astronaut. This is a fun cover. And inside, there were some pretty cool covers that he's given me. Thank you so much, Jeff. One includes the ATA Space Unit, which is the club he belongs to. The cachet is, of course, showing ATA Space Unit, showing the Seattle Space Needle, and the stamp first day of issue, which coincided with the Seattle World's Fair of 1962. So it's a very nice first day cover. And along with that are two Apollo mission covers. This one is an Apollo 11 recovery ship cover. It was on board and postmarked on the USS Hornet on July 24th, 1969, when the astronauts were recovered in the Pacific, making it a very special cover. And in this one, same thing, but for Apollo 12, this one was picked up in November of 1969 on the USS Hornet, postmarked too. And of course, by this time, they had the first man on the moon stamp, which was appropriate to put on the envelope. These are really cool. And of course, Jeff is part of the ATA Space Unit, and he sent these my way, which I am super grateful for. I'm definitely going to put the link to the ATA Space Unit in the description. But that's not the only thing he sent me. He sent me this very blank postcard, which is interesting because it gives someone the opportunity to send something to space and back. You've got to check out clubforfuture.org. Club for the Future works with the Blue Origin Project and is to help inspire the youth to pursue careers in STEM. Basically, they get to draw a depiction of what their vision is for the future and our connection with space. And they get to mail it. It goes in the Blue Origin rockets and gets postmarked for its journey. Check out the website, check out Blue Origin, but check out Club for Future. It's supposed to be for the youth, K through 12th grade. I mean, either I'll get my nephew to do it, or I don't think they'll be able to tell how old I am. All of those links are in the description. Now, we've got the last one, which is actually a box, and it's media mail. Media mail in the US is a cost-effective way to send any kind of educational materials, from books to CDs, DVDs, things that have educational relevance and give you a much lower rate than regular items that are sent in the mail. Ooh. The American Airmail Society, founded 1923 with my name on it. This looks so official. This is from David Ball, who is the president of the American Airmail Society and is the author of this really cool book. This book is American Philately, the first 50 years. David Ball recently did an interview on Conversations with Philatelists. Check it out, because it's actually where I realized that I misunderstood what astrophilately really is. I have been confusing it with the topic or the theme, space on stamps. But it's much more than that. It's philatelic content or postal stationery that has really documented our progress into the space age. So there is a strong emphasis on an item's postmark. So where it was postmarked that has some significance to a space mission or astronauts or anything along the lines of space. So an example would be the recovery ship, the USS Hornet recovery that I have from the Apollo 11 and Apollo 12 missions that Jeff sent me. These could be part of the study of astrophilately. So it could be anything from postmarks where a rocket was launched on day of, like I said, the recovery ships. It could be in Houston when something major happened, like a landing on the moon. It could be anything along those lines that ties into some significant event. And this is a really neat book. Great colorful pictures from the unmanned missions, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, even the space shuttle. Oh, wow.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing.
Remember when I did the Apollo 15 scandal episode? This is the insurance cover, and look at that. I have an item that is in the book, the Apollo 15 insurance cover, that all three astronauts signed. So, yeah, that's the postmark. So let's take a look at the...
2 hours later.
I'll probably be talking more about astrophilately. There's just so many different avenues to it, so many fascinating things about it. I know of a lot of space collectors, the topic, astronomy collectors, and Astro Philatelists. And it's just, like I said, it's a fascinating avenue to explore. You can collect the entire space race between the Soviet Union and the United States through stamps, and you could probably do something very cool or similar along the lines of Astro Philately. So, wow. Thank you again. This is really a cool surprise, and I'm looking forward to reading it from cover to cover. This has been, yes, a catch-up episode to catch up on my mail and get back in the rhythm of things. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sending me all these things. I'm super grateful. If I didn't talk about something that you have sent me, I just realized that I appreciate it and really love all the items that come my way. I try to get through as much as I can, but in a short video, it's kind of a little bit difficult to get through everything. But again, thank you so much for watching. Happy exploring, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.